Shalom. It's your brother Zachariah back at you with another video. Looks like the spirit wasn't really complete or done with dealing with these promiscuous women, where his definition was being promiscuous, meaning having or characterized by many transit sexual relationships. Okay, and demonstrating on applying an undiscriminating or unselective approach, indiscriminate or casual. Hoes, man. Look at hoes. Give me a second here. What was what this was. Okay. And this is the belief that's pushed on the people. This is a cultural thing. An Edomite cultural thing. Come on. And go on, let's go here. Okay, it calls. And they're putting a cause to what? Hormones or study have related social sexual orientation to sex drive, especially in women where higher the sex drive is less restricted. The social sexual orientation or interest in sex outside committed relationship. No, it's during committed relationships. Psychology. See, they go in on it, man. And they also have, there's also consequences with this. Doesn't actually have this article doesn't have, on Wikipedia doesn't have the actual consequences of being a promiscuous woman. Let me do this instead. Promiscuous individuals may also be at a higher risk of developing prostate cancer, cervical cancer, and oral cancer as a result of having multiple sexual partners. And combined with other risky acts such as smoking and substance use, promiscuity can also lead to heart disease. What? Are women at a higher risk for STDs? Women are also biologically more vulnerable to STDs than are men. So that's biological, how Yahweh Shem Yahushua made it. You know, again, bringing to mind that open womb, man. You know, it gets penetrated. And they get penetrated by multitudes and multitudes. That's the word I meant to use, not multiple. Multitudes and multitudes of different men. You know, they can't even count. And like the scripture says, not that land greatly polluted? When you use that word polluted, shall not that land be greatly polluted? Which he's ultimately talking about, giving reference to the children of Israel. But that's a scripture that's that has a double meaning. Jeremiah. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said the Lord. I mean, repenting, turning back, but not going back to that foul lifestyle. Let's see what polluted means here. I always made that statement. I always said that Esau doesn't have no respect for the woman and her kitty cat, because he naturally doesn't really want it. He naturally likes other things anyway. So of course he's gonna push his corrupt wisdom on the world, to be profane, to be defiled, be polluted, be corrupt, to be polluted, be godless. You see, defiled. And this is what you women are doing, because you buy into that belief of cheating and boyfriend and girlfriend, and don't put marriage in the equation. Cheating, affairs. Those words are used to void out that word adultery, that sinful act of adultery, that act that's punishable by death, adultery. Polluted. A promiscuous woman is also referred to as whores. A whore. Proverbs 23:27. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. But draw near hither, ye sons of the sorcerers, the seed of the adulterer and of the whore. Thou hast played the whore also with the Syrians. Now, does adulterous food tell me she was not a whore? Well, she has multiple baby daddies. Multiple baby daddies. Well, let's see, what's a whore? Okay, remember I pulled up that being promiscuous, meaning to commit fornication, be a harlot, play the harlot, to be a harlot, act as an harlot, commit fornication, to commit adultery. A whore, to commit adultery, to be a cult prostitute, to be a cult prostitute, to be unfaithful. And that word cult, let me hit that. Cult. I always thought it was religion, worship. That's why I always thought cult. A system of religion, veneration, and devotion direct toward a particular figure or object. A relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. A misplaced or excessive administration for a particular person or thing. Cult. Okay. To be a cult prostitute. To be unfaithful to the Most High. No, but this all applies. Because being unfaithful to the Most High, you're disregarding His word. And He has order. It's stress, all the laws, His word, stress order. Rather than saying directly order, but it stresses order. But the word order is there. where is a set order, whereas you follow me in all things, Paul's writing that the head of every man is the head of every woman is the man, and the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh, the Most High. Order. And she plays the harlot to be unfaithful to the Most High. This is just basic common sense, but this basic common sense that you would think is just common sense isn't within our people, our nation, you know? Just basic common sense that you sleeping with women, multiple men, you know? Been married and have side pieces. You know, you get that itch. These women get that itch and they have to go scratch it every long once in a while. Some every quite frequent on a regular basis. Some, you know, it's all the same. Filthy. You're polluted. Polluted. You smell that shit too. So especially these evil ass times we're living in. You know, I mean, you best take that advice, and you don't need to have many wives, man. You know, especially take away from you serving Yahweh, but Shem Yahweh Shai, the more you have. That's more time you spending with them, and less time you're spending serving Yahweh, but Shem Yahweh Shai. You gotta keep that shit in check. Because again, you don't know I mean, you already know what they're doing. You find your little pecker falling off, or burning. It's evil, man. It's evil times we're living in, and these niggas ain't waking up. They may be waking up, not dealing with the woman as far as relationship wise, but they're still sleeping around. Prevalence of chlamydia infection in promiscuous women. Study shows promiscuous women may face social stigma. Hoes. What makes a girl promiscuous? There's plenty of reasons a person might be promiscuous. They might be looking for attention, constantly, even married, desperately starving for affection. You know, oh, he doesn't give me enough attention. So they might be rebelling against controlling parents. No. Well, yeah, I won't doubt that, but, or perhaps they simply really enjoy sex. How do you know if a woman is promiscuous? Another way to tell if a woman is promiscuous is by the way she talks about her sexual partners. If she drops names of different men or refers to them as that guy or he, it can be a sign that she is not in a committed relationship and is instead casual dating multiple partners. I mean, you see, it doesn't really give you the hardcore truth of certain things. Again, like the diseases and the smell. The relationship between chronic disease and number of sexual partners and exploratory analysis. Come on. It's not giving me nothing. It's not even going to it for some reason. Look at this one. Most promiscuous women have venereal disease. Can't blame the man for this. It's a book. I'm going to come back there. Might be something I might have to order. Okay, so the outcome ultimately is you're going to develop cancer. More sexual partners, more cancer. Scripture mentioned a long sickness. Is there a price to pay for promiscuity? And look at this here. Can promiscuity threaten your longevity? The short answer is yes. Having a large number of sexual partners have been linked to poor sexual health and decreased longevity. Why? The more sexual partners you have, the greater your risk for sexual transmitted disease, STDs like HIV and AIDS, and other life-threatening conditions like prostate cancer, cervical cancer, or oral cancer. Promiscuity is one example of a class of high-risk behaviors. Say Deirdre Lee Fitzgerald, PhD assistant professor of psychology at Eastern Connecticut State University in Willimantic. It is comparable to and may coincide with behaviors such as heavy drinking, gambling, or other thrill-seeking behaviors like driving too fast. So it's life-threatening. Why do people have more sexual partners? It's exciting, Fitzgerald said. Or among their peers, it's kind of activity that brings them status. Another reason, it helps them avoid dealing with other challenging emotional issues. Okay, physical health, and it goes in on it. Okay. Don't believe the myth that you can't get STDs if you have sexual intercourse, or that you can't get them from oral sex or anal sex. Many viruses and bacteria that causes STDs can enter your bloodstream through tiny cuts in your mouth, anus, or the outer parts of your genitals. You're not supposed to be in the anus anyway. Here, rundown physical risk you face from promiscuity. STDs, clearly HIV and AIDS, and other health conditions. So it's just repeating itself. I kept hitting that A for some reason. Deuteronomy 28:59. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plague of thy seed even great plagues, and of a long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring unto thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord power bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Let's do this here. Also every sickness. Let's go into where it's hitting, what it's giving us. Sickness just says sicknesses, calamity, disease, grief. Malady, anxiety, calamity, disease, grief. Grief. See, our people ain't trying to hear this, man. It's a sour sickness. It's sore. Bad and evil, bad, disagreeable, and malignant. Bad and pleasant, unpleasant, evil, giving pain, unhappiness, and misery. Evil, displeasing. Okay, there you go. So there you go, diseases and grief again. So it's just curse for disobeying the Lord our power. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. I haven't read in a while, but I read it a lot. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? Shalom.